Hey there, I hope you're having a fabulous day. So today we are going to talk trash and go through my product Empties. First up with our hair care products, I have got a deep conditioner in here from the Paul Mitchell Aloe Pui line. It's their Keratin Intensive Treatment. I honestly, I thought this was fine. I wasn't really impressed by the effectiveness of the product. I felt very neutral for it. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it. There's some other stuff out there that I feel better about. So, sorry. In that family of product, one of the cleansers that I always keep in my shower that honestly I keep more for my husband, but I try to use once or twice a week just to keep my scalp healthy and free of, buildup and debris, would be the Nioxin cleanser. Now I keep the number 3 in my shower. That is for fine color treated hair. It's honestly very, very light, very cleansing, but is not going to strip your color. But I've used it for years and I always come back to it. It's definitely a shower staple for my family. Then another all-time favorite is my Pureology Hydrate shampoo. I'm pretty sure I've talked enough about that. Color safe, sulfate free, and vegan. So everyone wins. I have next. Okay, so things to use when you don't want to shampoo your hair. I have 3, count them, 3 dry shampoos. 2 of them are the Bedhead Rockaholic Dirty Secret dry shampoos. The pink one is just for Breast Cancer Month. And then I have 1 of the Bedhead Oh Beehive Matte Dry Shampoo. I really, really like this one as well. I would say it definitely, if you are super, super oily, this is going to have a bit more potency than the Dirty Secret. However, they both would be great for you. I think this one definitely has a little more oomph to it, but that also means you could all get a little cloudy. Neither one of them have pigment, but I love Bedhead's dry shampoos. They're crowd pleasers. I always come back to them. And then, I think it definitely looks like I'm a little bit biased to the Bedhead company. And next up, I have just 1 of the Bedhead Masterpiece Massive Shine Hairsprays. I'm pretty sure that the product knowledge information I've gotten on this product really just says this is a medium hold hairspray. I beg to differ. It is, in my opinion, a medium to firm holding hairspray. You can totally layer with it, build with it. It's great for keeping down your flyaways or putting the finishing touches on an updo or even, your classic pony. I love it. Always come back to it. It's an all-time favorite for sure. And then for kind of those days where you're using dry shampoo at your root area, but your ends maybe are a little lackluster as well, Bedhead Spoil Me. It's a defrizzer, smoother, and instant restyler. It's also handy as a super light leave-in conditioner. You can use it if you have curly hair to spray and then lightly reactivate and scrunch your product to help it all kind of cinch back in a little bit. Love it. It has a really light, clean citrus scent to it. I'm a very, very big fan of Spoil Me as well. And another product for hair that I got a long time ago, but I really, really enjoyed it because I have a bit of a thing about getting product on my hands and like, I just hate the way it feels. Like, I know that that's really ridiculous, especially for the profession that I've chosen. But a product that I have loved for myself has been the Aloe Pui Hydro Mist Blowout Spray. Now, you're going to get light hold with this, heat protection, because that's 2 factors. And another perk is that since it's a spray, it's in super fine mist, you can evenly distribute it from your hair, through your hair. So you're not going to get oily here because it glopped from your hands into your hair. It's super easy to apply. Aloe Pui is their higher end line, so it definitely may be a pricier product, but if you want a one and done product, this is your man. I'm a big fan of him. There's I really like it. I really like it. So I definitely at some point will repurchase him, but a big fan of the Awapui Hydro Mist Blow Dry Spray, for sure. Now, I lied. I have one more hairspray before I move into body. This is actually a sample of Sebastian Shaper. It's a classic product. So normally when I'm doing my hair, I will set it or blow dry it. I use this as like my working spray, and then I finish with the Bedhead Masterpiece spray. So this is something I carry in my studio. This is something that is always in my bathroom on my vanity. So Sebastian Shaper combined with the Bedhead Masterpiece, they're awesome. They will fulfill all of your needs for sure. Now moving into body. So when we talk about shower time, I have two of the Aveeno Skin Relief body washes. They are not super exciting like all the Bath & Body Works ones are that you hear about. However, when you have, a husband that's sensitive to fragrance for like sinus reasons, and then a wife that is sensitive to fragrance for skin reasons, you end up getting to use sensitive fragrance-free products in your shower. Yay! Not fun. But exploring the Aveeno line did cause me to stumble upon the Aveeno Clear Complexion Cream Cleanser. Now this I really, really liked. I recently tried Philosophy's Purity Clean, which I really like too. I will say I feel the similar level of cleaning properties from this and a similar level of non-stripping properties from this. My face felt very clean but not overdone. So for a more budget-friendly version, as opposed to the Purity, I like this. I would repurchase this for sure. I was a big fan of it. It never made me break out or anything like that. So definitely a big fan of this cleanser. I would get it again for sure. Now moving on to face, I have gotten a sample of, somehow I ended up with a ton of samples, but I ended up with several primers. The first, which was this is just a sample of the Benefit Stay Flawless Primer. I hated this. I hated it so much. I found it difficult to apply. I didn't like the texture of it on my skin. I despised it. I would have just tossed it because I feel like sometimes samples are kind of a waste to tell people about, but I was so annoyed with it that I had to put it in here so that I would tell you about it. I hated it. And I even made a note that it caked up under my foundation, and it's terrible for my oily skin. So I'm sorry, Benefit, not a win. Not a win. I also was able to try Benefit's Professional. I had very neutral feelings toward this. Did it kind of even out my skin under my foundation? Yes. I feel like a primer, in all honesty, could make me less oily and whatnot. So I need something that is definitely going to mattify me better than this. And that was why I loved this next primer. And I'm not even going to throw this out. I have to hold on to it just to make sure I repurchase it. But it's Too Faced Primed and Poreless. This, I felt, kept my makeup in place, kept me matte. I loved the texture of it. It definitely is not as like silicone-y like the Smashbox Photo Finish or even the Baby Skin. I love the texture of this so much better. This is an oily girl's best friend. So you have to try the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I can't even say enough about it. I love it. And then going into concealers, I have 3 right here. The first being a highlighting concealer, and I guess my thought is I'm using a highlighting concealer under my eye area, which tends to be crepey and dry and whatnot. So whatever I put under my eye, I need to be a little hydrating to help just soften that area and make it look beautiful. The Hard Candy Light Bright Highlighting Concealer, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's great. That's all I have to say. Ugh. I did have good to neutral feelings about the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. I have this in C123, Fair Light. This I originally purchased to go under my eye area, but I also ended up using it to kind of highlight somewhat around my face. I liked the texture of it. I did not feel that the coverage was amazing. Did it perk up those areas? Yes, but I wouldn't really think that this is going to be super effective for someone that has serious dark circles or bags under their eyes. So fair, but kind of neutral. Now, one that I did love, and of course it's heard about on YouTube like crazy, is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I got it in 15 Fair. It has a doe foot applicator, and I really enjoyed it. I liked how creamy it was. The color was really blendable and light and highlighting, not drying or cakey. So I would definitely repurchase the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. That is a win, my friends. Now, going into mascara, I have literally 8 mascaras that I have tried or sampled. So we'll start out with these 3. One being the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. Now, this I have repurchased, and it is awesome. That little teensy brush there, you can't see those little guys. Those little tiny plasticky bristles are so good for applying a good amount of product and separating lashes. I love it. It's fabulous for layering with different mascaras. All of these I got to play with and layer, so I've repurchased this, so obviously I'm a fan. But the L'Oreal Shocking Extensions Mascara. Saying it 3 times fast is difficult, but it is an awesome mascara. Now, I did really like this mascara. I felt like it dried out fairly fast, but that is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. It has a nice kind of classic mascara wand to it. Not very super special or amazing, but it did the job. I was definitely more moved by the telescopic than this one, but great for layering. But there's other ones out there that I think are a little more fabulous. Now, I recently finished up the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Now, it is just a little sample guy. However, I really liked it. It had a super, super easy to work with non-clumping, non-flaking texture to the product itself. The brush is like way big and fluffy, but you can still easily get super close to your lash line. I really, really liked it. In all honesty, would I repurchase it? Maybe. There's another higher end mascara that I still like better, but I loved it. If you're if you love some Smashbox and you've not tried the full exposure, go for it. And I'm pretty sure they're giving it as like the sample with a lot of their purchases right now, so go for it. I also was able to try a few mascaras from Benefit and Too Faced. The first being the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I don't know why I keep saying I'm crazy. So the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara has a fabulous curvy, I feel like it's like that hourglassy brush shape. You can't really tell, but a nice curvy brush. I did not hate it, but I don't really see the point in repurchasing this. So that's my thoughts on that. Sorry, Too Faced. You got me with your primers, but not your mascaras. But I was a big fan of Benefit's mascaras, so I was able to try the Benefit Bad Gal Lash. And the Bad Gal Lash, their brush is a ginormo guy as well. But the formula, very thick and creamy, but not dry or prone to clumping. Big fan of that. But the problem with that one is I had tried this one before it, They're Real. They're Real is just so good. they're real. Just the brush is pretty much the neatest thing since peanut butter. So you've got those little spindly, teethy bristles, and then you've got little guys on the end as well, so you can get into the inner area or the outer and separate. The brush on their reel is just awesome. So if I were out of the ones that I tried that were higher ends or from Sephora or Ulta or whatnot, the benefit they're real, you can't beat it. It's awesome. So I would definitely repurchase this if I really wanted to splurge or anything like that. But another mascara that's drugstore that I really liked layering with, and I would repurchase, and I like the brush, is the Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Flared mascara. Now, all of these are also in black. It's black, by the way. But the brush is really interesting because there's one side that's kind of like straight and traditional, and then like the other side has more of like an arch to it. So I found that brush really helpful for volumizing, but also separating. So drugstore wise, I would totally try and pick up again the Maybelline the Falsies Flared. Really like that. That was a good one. I also kind of, in this batch of Empties, reacquainted myself with a brow gel. I'd been, always filling in my brows, but I kind of got away from brow gels, kind of came back. So the first one that I tried was the Glow Minerals brow gel, and it's just clear, but I didn't mind it, but in all honesty, I feel like for the price point, I wasn't overpowered with how well the product worked. I felt that it was fair, but I'm currently using the Maybelline Great Lash the Clear. I'm just as happy, if not happier, with that. So that was a little disappointing. So I most likely will not be repurchasing the Glow Minerals brow gel. For the price point, I wasn't moved enough. So, sorry. Next up, I have two powders. One being the Glow Minerals Pressed Base. Ooh, he is all gone, in Golden Medium. This is a great color for me in the summer. It's too dark for me now, and it's just gone. And all that's left is right around the rim there. But I actually will be most likely picking one of these up again, just for easy, quick coverage in the summer. When I don't want to do a full face, I can easily use the Glow Minerals Ultra Brush to get some light to medium coverage, to even out my skin. And I mean, mineral makeup is fabulous. You get natural antioxidants, SPF, for, ease of application. So definitely recommend, and will be repurchasing Glow Minerals Pressed Base. We'll just see what color I am then. But, always a favorite of the Glow Minerals Pressed Bases. Always come back to them. I love them. And even for setting liquid foundation, you can use those, and it's such a beautiful airbrushed effect. I love it. And another powder that I had heard about and figured, why not give it a whirl, is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. It's translucent, so you're theoretically not going to get that much color from it. However, if you use it with a sponge, you could get kind of white if you don't lightly dust it and blur it into your skin. But this is amazing for keeping you matte through the day. I will say, I think Rimmel Stay Matte is a bit more effective, but this, I think the fact that it's a compact, the mirror, this is a little more purse friendly than Rimmel Stay Matte, but it's light. I have repurchased it. I have it in one of my handbags, but if you're using it just for shine control, I go Rimmel Stay Matte all day long, for sure. And then my last empty is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. This is actually the second one that I have purchased since I discovered it. This is my best friend. I recently switched to the Glow Minerals Revive Hydration Mist for winter, because my skin just gets a bit more combination and needs a touch more moisture than this can provide. But you literally feel this almost like, it feels like it's like crystallizing your makeup and like freezing it. So come summertime, when the temperatures start going up, I will repurchase this for sure. But yeah, highly recommend the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. And it's half the price of the Urban Decay sprays, so you can't lose with that. But yeah, so those are my empties. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're having a fabulous week. But anyway, I'm sure I will talk to you soon, and I'll see you later. Bye.